just pressed the live button, y'all. I was supposed to press the live button when I went down on the 5 minute countdown, but it's okay. We got it together. So you're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I am Agent Key, and this year is already almost over. I cannot believe it. Christmas is in the air. I started seeing Thanksgiving stuff like I think really like September, August, I was seeing Halloween stuff. That made me furious because, I wasn't ready I like the harvest time of the year. Halloween, I'm not really too fond of, but I do love Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving just brings us all together, and that leads right into the most wonderful time of the year, which is Christmas. And this Friday, it is Black Friday. And so on the show today, we have for you how to shop black on Black Friday. Yay! I should have had some sound that said yay. And on the show today, I'm excited because I've got back my guy, Mr. Marcus D. Smith from the Sacramento Bees Equity Lab. Marcus, how are you doing today, sir? Let's hope he can hear us. Is he okay? He's in Anaheim, so we're gonna be patient as our um, feeds sync. Marcus, are you there? I might have to call him on the phone. Is it me? Are my people there? Okay, he pulled out. I think he's pulling back in. It might be him. While we're waiting for Marcus to jump back on, I'm going to tell you guys who our other special guests are today. And I want to thank Barry Axius from the African Marketplace because they throw an event every year. It's been happening for many years now. We're going to get into that also in detail. Marcus is going to tell you all about that at the African Marketplace, this very special event where they are bringing together hundreds of Black owned businesses who are going to bring their goods to you in one place at one time on Black Friday. And so we are happy to have with us today a couple of those vendors. Oh, I just saw Marcus pop back on, and I want to introduce you to them. We have first with us Miss Stephanie Frazier with Mean Gene Spices. Stephanie, say hello to
Hello.
everybody.
Hi.
And we also have Miss Amber Allen Pearson. And Amber Allen Pearson is with Clearly Clarity Collections. Miss Amber, hello.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
Awesome, ladies. And I'd like you to both tell everybody a little bit about both of your businesses. We'll start back first with Stephanie.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. Again, my name is Stephanie Frazier, and I am the owner and creator of Mean Spices. I have a spice company that I created where I am taking um, a twist on different ways to use. I'm calling it a one-stop shop. I've been in business for about 6 months now. So I've worked with a bunch of different vendors from down in Louisiana, some local farmers markets to get some of my ingredients. So I'm just coming up with some great uh, seasoning recipes to kind of change the conversation around the dinner table again. Just getting people in the kitchen and cooking.
So your connection is a little choppy, and so we got a little bit. Actually, probably got about 80% of what you said. But if you can work on the connection a little bit, I don't know if it's because it's not windy out there, is it, or is it?
No, it's not windy. Not, maybe I'll just move location.
Okay, well, try it and let's see what happens. And while you're working on that, we're going to go to Miss Amber. And Miss Amber, if you can tell us a little bit about your company and what you do.
Sure. Clearly Clarity Collections is handmade products made by me for the body and the home. And it's all to kind of re engage the sense of sacredness in our spaces and in our bodies. The main product that I have is a clarifying shampoo that I created when I was on my own hair journey. It's about moisture, it's about routine, it's about practice, and it's about just loving the self.
Mm. And do you have some of those? If for those of you who are watching us right now live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, you can see that there's probably some product behind Amber right now. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, I am in, wrapping up the last of my putting together. So I have here the shampoo, which is my signature shampoo. This one is clary sage and eucalyptus. I also have lavender and lemongrass. I have
Mm.
orange and cinnamon, and I have peppermint. I've got some handmade candles that I'm wrapping right now that are scented with some essential oils, again, to bring sacredness to the home.
And you
And I
do all
have
of this is handmade? This is handmade products?
everything is handmade, even the labels. Everything is
That's
handmade.
awesome. Now I love eucalyptus in my
Mhm,
shampoo. So
mhm.
if we can we find that? You'll be there this Friday, right?
Yeah, yes. And the thing about my product is I've been making this for myself for over 5 years, but I've been making it publicly only for about a month. And so
Wow.
I'm working on doing all the things to put it on my online store. I already my website clearlyclarity.org advertises my coaching, my consulting business, and my
Mhm.
workshops. So the shop is new and it'll be up on my clearlyclarity.org website in about a month.
Awesome. That is amazing. I love that. I love that you said you've been making that now for 5 years because that means that you know what you're doing. That
Mhm.
means that the product is on point. So you're
It's
saying
sound.
you're just now bringing it to the marketplace for everybody. But if you've been doing it for 5 years, the product is on point.
Yes, I've got it down.
I love that. And the proof is in the pudding. So again, y'all, if y'all are watching this on YouTube and Facebook, her hair is
Oh,
amazing. It
thank
is so
you.
beautiful. It looks so strong and so natural. And I can see all the curls and they're very refined. I can see all of that, yes, through what I'm looking at right now. So if you've
Thank
been using your own product, that means that it does what you say it does.
you. Yes, thank you.
Excellent. And we see Marcus is back. Can you hear us now, Marcus?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yay.
Oh, it feels so good to be back on the show with you, Agent Key. Thank you so much for having me. And
Yeah,
I'm sorry I couldn't be in studio today. You know I would love to be, but they
it's
say
okay.
self-care matters.
It's okay. And that's right. And we're looking out for everybody's health. We want to be around as long as possible. And so, what I want you to talk about, Marcus, you actually wrote an entire article about what's happening this Friday. Can you share that information with our listeners and viewers?
Absolutely. So this Friday and Saturday is the fifth annual Shop Black Friday Sacramento weekend. And I initially got the job. You gave my first interview last year with when I first got on with the Equity Lab at the Sacramento Bee. I covered them last year as well for their fourth annual, and they had over 50 different vendors, local, out of towners, businesses, vendors, entrepreneurs that came to Sacramento to Florence Square, 2251 Florence Road for this excellence, which is Black businesses coming together to support one another. So this year, they brought even more. If I remember correct, if I stand correct, I'm pretty sure the number is higher now. But as I've last reported, over 80 different vendors and businesses are going to be there this Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then, of course, Saturday from noon to 6 p.m. It's going to be amazing.
Awesome. So that's 2 days. Okay. So I was just thinking Black Friday one day, but they're going to be there 2 days.
2 days, the entire weekend. Will give you a break to give you a chance on Sunday to collect your things and sit and swift through them. But no, yes, Friday is the kickoff from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then, of course, on Saturday, it'll start at noon and then go till 6 p.m.
Now I remember sharing on the show that there was my very first time going to the African marketplace. They took my whole entire paycheck. And what I mean by that, you know how you get paid and then you have a little allowance you set aside for yourself. It all was gone. I could not believe as I was walking through there the different variety of options of shopping. The one thing that I remembered most importantly that I really appreciated was the love. There was like this spirit in the air, this friendliness, this joy. Everyone was happy to be there. People were walking in their own gifts and talents and sharing. And then the vendors were sharing and talking to each other. There seemed to be like this sense of community and family and welcomeness. Well, is welcomeness a word? Did I just make that up, Marcus?
You know,
Okay.
sometimes you have to, sometimes when something is so indescribable, you have to create new words so you can actually put into description of what's going on to describe the event. And honestly, welcomeness is going to be the word that we use today for this conversation, because I think, you know, that's something that is important when it comes to these events, when it comes to us as a community just getting together and supporting one another. That's something that you're always going to get. And I know last year I definitely was told, because last year we covered the event after as more so of a recap. We covered day one on Friday, and then we try to get more people to come out for day two on Saturday, which they did.
Mhm.
But from going out both days, talking with different vendors, talking with families, talking with people that are from Sacramento that aren't from Sacramento, you know, that's something that they said that they felt as well, was just this engaging, this welcoming, encouraging environment about
Yeah.
uplifting one another, uplifting each other's businesses and entrepreneurial endeavors. And I just believe that this is one of these staple events, if not for the South Sacramento community, definitely for the Sacramento community, as we continue to talk about pushing our narrative and not only supporting Black, but buying Black and
Yeah.
building Black.
Yeah, I love that. On that note, we are going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to dive into something you just said. And we'll talk to both ladies, Amber and Stephanie, about their journey to their business venture. Because a lot of news outlets are reporting now, and we're seeing it in person. Many of us are leaving these 9 to 5s and jumping into our own businesses. And so we'd like to hear how both ladies did that and talk about that more with you, Marcus. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE. I'm Agent Key, and we'll be right back. Okay, Miss Stephanie, you are back, ma'am. Let's see if we can test where you are. Okay,
Okay.
give us a 1 2 1 2.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Oh yes,
Perfect.
loud and clear. Girl, stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay in the car.
I can hear you very clearly. I think before it may have just been the outdoor factor. There might have been some kind of wind thing happening.
Yeah, I think it may have been the vehicles in the background.
Okay. Are you ladies comfortable with talking about your journey, your business journey?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. We didn't get an opportunity to talk about what the questions would be, but I was just prayerful that y'all were open to discussing. I'm still a little blurry. Can I have that dry napkin right there? I'm gonna wipe this. Everybody else looks so crystal clear. I don't have my glasses on, but I don't think that's the issue. So don't even say it. Before you say it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Is your glasses on?
I wasn't gonna say nothing yet.
Let's try it. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It was,
Okay.
yes, look at that. It's so
Have to
much
walk back
clearer.
in.
That's crazy. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Say something. Say hello to the ladies, to Mr. Smith, our resident narrative turner, creator, Sacramento change maker, Mr. B. Smith in the house.
No. Stay
So
clear.
will this be both of your first time at the event on this Friday?
Yes.
It'll be my first time as a vendor, but I was there last year. Same thing, going through my paycheck.
Going through. You were a consumer last year. This year,
Mhm.
you're a
I
vendor.
probably, I probably will be a consumer still. I'm probably
Uh
going to
huh.
be selling just to be purchasing in reality. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Miss Stephanie,
Stephanie,
have you been to the event before?
oh, she
Oh,
first.
did she freeze? I wonder if it. No. Okay. Everybody else can hear me. Let's see. Marcus, I think you text me Stephanie's information.
I texted you Christelle Patterson's information.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
can Crystal come
Right.
on instead of? Oh, oh, and I said she's back on. I thought you were referring to Stephanie. So yes, Crystal can join.
Oh,
Yes,
awesome.
if she's available, let her know she can jump on.
Okay. How much time do we have till we're back on air?
We're back on air in about 13 seconds. But if she pops in, I'll see her and I'll just add her.
Okay.
13 seconds.
Three,
3 seconds.
two, one.
Hey everyone, we're back. You're listening to 97.5 FM KDEE, and on today's show, we are telling you how to shop black on Black Friday. And you may be wondering, why are we having a show to emphasize how to shop black on Black Friday? If you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you know that we promote black everything in every segment for a reason intentionally. And why? Because for 200 years, everything black has been intentionally negated. So, in order to reverse that trend, we've got to be intentional about promoting it. Amen. 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 So, don't be offended. Don't feel discriminated against because our little pointing towards black owned businesses is not going to hurt any other segment. Trust me. Trust me. If you really go into this with the thought process of there's enough out there for everyone, then you too would be promoting black owned businesses. Just like people specifically promote Asian owned businesses. People specifically promote all types of, fill in the blank owned businesses. And there are certain times when certain businesses need promoting, a little bit more promoting over others. And so we want to make sure that we use our platforms for that purpose. And so, again, today's show, we are telling you how to specifically shop black on Black Friday. And with us, our very special guest, Mr. Marcus D. Smith of the Sacramento Bees Equity Lab, is with us. And Marcus was diving into an article that he had wrote about the Black Friday event being held Friday and Saturday. And so, Marcus, tell us a little bit about the background behind that event.
So a little bit about the background behind the event, and it's so great. And I was talking to one of the organizers, Barry Axius. It started obviously approximately 5 years ago. The Black Friday Coalition with three ambitious individuals, entrepreneurs, one of which, rest in peace, her soul, and her family, Diane and Maisha, who love to
Mhm.
see these events because
Yeah,
before the break we talked about the family environment and the support that was garnished between one another. And that's something that when it comes to rebuilding your community, that's something that Dana was a really a pioneer of. And
right.
so and that's kind of really one of the important things when you look at the context and the background of this event.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, though, she's no longer with us, but her spirit still lives through. And as
Yeah.
she would say, we need to keep her name lit with these events. We only need to make sure that they get bigger and bigger each and every year, because that's what she would want. And so with
Hmm.
that, I would say, this event started because of that initiative, ensuring that we take back into our control our dollar and rebuild our communities, our economy, and put money into our pockets. It was really from an idea of every Black Friday we're spending numerous of dollars, thousands of dollars even per family on Black Friday gifts, from clothes to products XYZ, but we're getting them from a Target, we're getting them from a Walmart, from your favorite store in the mall. And that's fine and handy dandy because those are the products you use, or those may be the threads that you truthfully enjoy. But if we're really to make a conscious effort about closing or really bridging the gap between generational wealth and from culture to culture, it's imperative that we really support it during times like this, during events like this. And for me personally, as the beat writer, as covering Black communities, I think that's an important message to disseminate. And so that's why not only did we cover it last year, we had to double back and cover it this year as well.
Mm-hmm. And that to me is, when I met you, it's been over a year ago now. You're celebrating your 1 year anniversary return to Sacramento not long ago. And I'm proud that we were the first ones to put you out there and let everybody know that Marcus is on the beat, that he is on the street specifically for the Black narrative. And like you said, it's super important. And so much so, you got together the vendors that we are hearing from today. Within just 24 hours, you pulled this together. And so I appreciate you so much for it. We also have joining us right now, is it Christelle or Crystal Patterson? Christelle?
Yes, it's Christelle. Hi.
Hey there, ma'am. Now introduce yourself to everybody and tell us what your business is.
Yes, so I'm Christelle Patterson. I am a children's book author. My book series is called Inspired to Be, and my whole mission is to spread Black inspiration to all our children. I really want to just promote positive stories and images of Black people, but not just the Black children. I want little white kids, Mexican kids, to read these stories and look up to Black people that our Black kids look up to. So that's my whole goal.
Now, how can we get a hold of your material when you're not at the Black Friday event? Do you have a website? Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I got all of that. So my website is www. and my name, ChristellePatterson.com. And my Facebook is at Inspired to Be .cp, and I'm also on Instagram at inspired to be _cp. And my books are also available at Amazon and Target and Barnes and Noble. But of course, like we're talking about, circulating our dollar, it's better when we cut out the middleman. So I do prefer if you go to my website.
Awesome. And just for anybody that is, if you Google search Christelle, it's CRYSTEL. CRY, why do I keep saying that? CRYSTEL Patterson, PATTERSON. And so usually if you're listening and if you miss what the links and stuff were these days, if you Google someone's name correctly and then you throw in a keyword like her book series, what did you say the name of the kind of Inspired to Be?
Inspired to Be, yes.
Throw in Inspired to Be next to that, and it should pull up her information. And like she said, buy directly from her to help cut out the middleman in as much as possible. And so you'll be at the event on Friday and Saturday as well?
I will be there on Saturday. My mom is coming to visit, so I'm taking Saturday to spend with her.
Okay, well, you got to do that. So the thing that I love about book series is that you're creating characters that look like little Black and brown children. And we don't see a lot of that. What got you started in doing that?
Yes. And actually all the books, I am creating characters, but all the characters are based off of real people because I want children to read the book, learn something, and then be able to say, if they can do that, so can I, anchor to something real. And I started writing last year, actually, after George Floyd was murdered. My then 8-year-old son was asking a bunch of questions, but one question in particular got me started. He asked me, "Mommy, why do the police keep killing Black people?" And it was just like a heart-wrenching question. And I felt like I needed to do something to kind of give him a positive outlook. from that situation. And so I decided to write stories inspired by real Black people, so kids like him could see better outcomes for themselves, but also for kids who aren't Black to see those positive stories and know that just because they hear something about a Black person doesn't mean all Black people are like that, you know?
Right. Well, see, you just said something else that just shook me too. You just started writing last year.
Yeah, I just started writing last year, all because of my son asking me that question. I never would have considered myself someone who was aspiring to be an
A
author.
writer, right?
Yeah, and I just realized like there was a need for this, and so I decided to give it a shot, and I did, and now I have 3 books.
Now, okay. So for everyone who's watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you look at Christelle and she looked like she's 21. But she told you she's got a son.
2 kids.
She's got 2 kids. So, we're going to drop in that Black don't crack thing. But the point that I was really trying to make was that here she is in a different chapter in her life. For those of you who are listening, at a different chapter in her life, she was inspired and motivated to do something different. I'm assuming you were not a writer or a journalist prior to writing these 3 books that you did in less than 365 days.
Nope. I'm a technology consultant full-time. Yeah.
See there. With that being said, how about Amber and then Stephanie? Tell us how and why you got into your businesses. How long have you been in it, and what motivated you to turn it into a business?
Yeah, and I heard Christelle speak at the Malcolm X Festival. I think you read your story there, and I would not have known that it was just a year because the story was lovely and riveting, and I love that you created that for your son. And similar, I started within this last year. I've been in the past, I'm in youth development, I'm an activist, and I do consulting for different agencies to develop programs. And I got tired of working for other people.
Amber, I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Amber, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
If somebody can reach out to Amber for me and let her know that her connection is a little bit sketchy there. I'm not sure what's happening with our connections
Amber,
today, but we definitely want to hear.
I don't think she can hear us.
Back, we want to hear Amber's story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's the host. Well, but you all can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we were hearing your whole story.
Okay, well then I'll keep going until she rejoins. So yes, I've been doing activism, youth development, and consulting in both healthcare and youth development for years. And I just got tired of working for other people. It's hard to be in the world and on demand for other people's needs. So I decided to take those skills that I've developed over these years and some of this energy that I've been giving away for free, or not for free at all, and put it into some of the things that I'm interested in building and developing. So I am still providing youth development program. I'm still consulting. I am coaching. And then in terms of my product line, it's literally a month old. A friend of mine was doing a pop-up and asked me to come and sell something. And I was like, I have nothing to sell. The products that I make are all products that I've been making for over 5 years for myself and my home as just a part of my own self-care ritual and my hair journey, because I was straightening my hair and having a hard time trying to figure out how to take care of it. So these are the products that guided me into my own self-care. And I sometimes create them and give them as gifts and I had a student who I had given some of my shampoo, my clarifying shampoo to, and she was sitting with me when I said, oh, I have nothing to sell. And she said, you should sell your shampoo. So within the past month, I have just launched this Clarity Collections, where I've started offering the things that I use to create sacred self for both me and my home to other people. So it's a new addition, but I'm enjoying it so much because it's a love offering. These products are all things that have provided a lot of healing for me in my journey, and I want them to do that and be an option for other people as well.
That is beautiful. And I lost you a little bit at the beginning, but then you came right back on in, and just hearing your journey, I can hear the passion and the authenticity. And that's what makes a product successful, when you're coming from it from a place of out of selflessness. And that's what I'm hearing from it when you say love offering, but then you did it on your own for yourself for so long. And so you're taking this wonderful, awesome product and you're sharing it with the world. So I just love that. I can't wait to buy your shampoo, the eucalyptus. I just love to use it. I use a purple shampoo on my hair to pull out the white, but then when I'm washing it and really trying to cleanse it, I always use something with eucalyptus in it. I will see you Friday, my dear. For sure. Miss Stephanie, tell us about your journey.
Okay, so what really catapulted this whole thing, naturally, I have an entrepreneur spirit, and I've tried my hand at a bunch of different things as far as even hair care products, but it didn't stick. But the one thing I've always just been passionate about is food. I With the food thing, I didn't want to get stuck in a box where people like requested one specific thing or two specific things from you. You know how the food industry is. So I still wanted to be in a situation where I could still express myself. And I found that with seasonings. I looked at my cabinet one day and it was like I was spending literally well over $1,000 just supporting other businesses buying seasonings. And one day I went to the grocery store and was just like, I wanted some jalapeno lemon pepper chicken, but I wanted it spicy. I went to the store, I picked up everything, make this specific dish. And when I got home, I cooked it, I ate it, and the light went off. Immediately, I started Googling jalapeno lemon pepper seasoning. I could not find it online. I could only find restaurants and drinks. And from there, everything just started rolling. A company that I was buying seasoning from in Louisiana, I was on with a young lady one day, and I just happened to ask her, do they blend spices? And she said yes. So I started purchasing spices from Etsy and all these different places and coming up with these concoctions and literally mailing it to my friends or having people coming over, sending them home until I found the perfect blend. So I started off with 3 recipes: a salt and vinegar, a jalapeno lemon pepper, and a ginger chicken seasoning. And I narrowed it down to my jalapeno lemon pepper. That was less than 6 months ago. Now I have 13 seasonings. I'm really
Wow.
excited about stuff because when I talk to people, it's a cheat code in the spice world. It really is. You can easily go to a manufacturer and just buy stuff in bulk. I've teamed up with the company in Louisiana. I work with another company called Woodland Foods, and I get my recipes from them. And I just kind of look at the market, and then I look at how we our homes, things that we put in our dish with shortcuts. So I have one of my seasonings, the green seasoning. So I'll take all those things that you put into your greens, and I've bottled it in a hydrated form. So now
See
when you're
there.
right when you're cooking, you know, you sometimes need that extra bell pepper onion. Now you have it in a spice form where it's no salt. So now you have the luxury of going in as heavy as you like. The other cool thing about my products is I cook with my products. So if you follow me on Instagram at Mean Spices, you can see me sometime actually creating the products. You can see me cooking with everything that I have in my line. So I love that about it. Another one that I'm really about is, believe it or not, something as simple as onion and garlic. You look on the market, there's nothing with just simple onion and garlic. There's onion and garlic and pepper. There's onion and garlic and salt. We know we use this, but you can't find something where they're both married. I've created that. Something as simple as 2 products that we use, I thought, to put it together. And it's
Now,
a seller.
to your point, and you're saying, it's like a no-brainer, but why is it not out there before? And you know why? You said it, because the market was penetrated by major companies. It was saturated by major companies who controlled this business, and they okay, I'm just gonna be
Say it.
they're white-owned companies, and Black people love our spices. And so for you to say that you marry and stuff, the stuff that you're talking about marrying, it's like, oh yeah, because I don't know about you ladies. I know Stephanie, your cabinet probably looks like this. I have an entire bottom shelf cabinet full of spices, and the top shelf has just the bigger bottles. But you open up 3 cabinet doors and you will see nothing from wall to wall but spices, because it does take all that to make it happen in the kitchen for us.
There you
So
go.
if I were to buy your products, it would probably reduce what's in my cabinet possibly by half.
Let me tell you, I found myself because I think the easiest thing to sell is something that you can stand behind. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why when I do my events, I don't have to give a bunch of selling points. I just ask my customers, what's your flavor profile? And go from there. Something as simple as mushroom, onions, and bell peppers. That's the seasoning I have. It
Mm,
makes the gravy is awesome that it makes. It's amazing. But it's those little things, like you said, it's things that we have been incorporating in our kitchen for years. But it's not something that you can go find on the shelf in the grocery store. And if you
right.
do, it's going to have a bunch of sodium, a bunch of preservatives. And by
Right.
me buying and making this stuff myself, it's just in its most natural form you can get. I'm not adding a bunch of stuff that you don't know what it is. So
Yeah.
it's I'm really excited about it because I'm passionate about it. I can sell it. Um, it's no middleman. It's just me. It's me
I'm
and my
excited about it too. Now you mentioned this green seasoning. Say it again because you broke up when you were saying it. Say the name of the
so
green seasoning.
the green seasoning is called Mean Gene. It is
Green bean greens.
it's bell peppers, it's onions, it's garlic, uh, green onions, and it almost I marketed it as a green seasoning, but I use it as an all-purpose. So my customers give
Right.
me a lot of feedback too, and that's what I like. So I get to see
Mm-hmm.
all the different ways that people are using it. I'm able to use it in my meatloaf. I use it in my greens that for Thanksgiving. I use it for my spaghetti because again, it's the stuff that we go to every day when we're cooking. Your bell peppers and your onions, and by it being dehydrated, when it rehydrates, it's more concentrated. So
Mm-hmm.
it really is a favor in the kitchen. And for the working
Mm-hmm.
class mom or dad, sometimes you just don't feel like cutting up those extra vegetables. Now I've
Mm-hmm.
created a product where you can just grab it and dump it in a bottle. So that's what I like about it.
I can see that. I can see that really huge. I really can. All of you ladies, for all of your businesses, if you could type in the general comment chat where people can find you and your product, because I'm going to then take that information and put it in the post, because after our show is done, this post lives on forever. People go back and reference it, and I want them to be able to find you. So put your information in there so that we can put it up in there and broadcast it for you. After hearing about your seasoning, I know, and just all of your stuff, the books, the shampoos, the self-care, because self-care is huge right now for us. And clearly, clarity, just the background right now of your visual is bringing peace into my life. I'm looking like I need to go add more white and green to my environment, the serenity of it all. I love that each of you ladies are coming from a place of significance, coming from a place of authenticity, coming from a place where it's your own, where it's something that you pulled from your own experience. And Marcus, I think we've got you back now. Talk a little bit to what you just heard from each of the ladies.
I've been going in and out so much, so I it's been really choppy. But from the conversations that I've heard about Amber's testimony and Stephanie with the spices in her kitchen, I think that overall, from what I was able to hear and pick up, it's just the motivation and the dedication to want to do your own thing, to figure out, hmm, well, I'm already doing XYZ and paying X amount of dollars out of my pocket to contribute to something that's my way of life, that's my culture. And so to have that frame of mind that that entrepreneurial aspect to want to, instead of spend those dollars on someone else's dream,
Hmm.
spend those same amount of dollars on investing into your own dream. I think
Mhm.
that's the monumental thing and the biggest takeaway that I get from hearing you all's stories. And what I like about this group specifically is not only are
Uh,
in
oh,
entrepreneurial
we
spaces.
lost you on your last thought, Marcus. Your biggest takeaway
What I was saying,
was
my biggest takeaway is that what I love seeing about this dynamic group, and out of the over 80 other different businesses that are going to be there on Friday and Saturday, I love seeing Black women in an entrepreneurial um, point of view, in an entrepreneurial space as an owner and not a consumer. Of course, I want that for all of our people. I want that for everybody. But when we talk about the things that we always talk about, and bridging that gap, I specifically tend to focus on where are our Black male owners, and then even then where are Black women owners. And so seeing this group right here, this is special. And then to even double down on that, while I have great connection, I'll get it out. There is the difference in age range, and I love that. So that's inspirational to a T, because it doesn't matter where you are in life, Key, like you said, no matter what chapter you're in, if you have that mind frame, if you have that itch, that urge to get started, go ahead and get started and follow your dream, follow that passion. And so I commend these ladies, Stephanie, Amber, and Christella. We spoke on many occasions, so it's good to see you again, Christelle. But I just want to say I love hearing your stories and stories like this, because it breeds motivation to to the either the whether it's the next generation or just the next community member, the next regular person that's looking or has been thinking about how they can start venturing out on their own possibilities and on their own things that they want. And so whether you ladies want to see it from this lens or not, you are all the visionaries, the motivators, the engines, the change makers that help this city grow, because it's not just about the large corporations, it's the small businesses that keep communities afloat. So hats off to you all.
Thank you.
that is, thank you, Marcus. That was so well put. And I couldn't agree with you more. And I got to say that Christelle said that Stephanie created these seasonings with her in mind because she hates chopping up veggies. So she said that in the private chat. I had to share that with everybody because it's true. You
Yeah.
know, the necessity is the mother of invention. Just think about that. Stephanie said she was in her own kitchen, minding her own self business, trying to fix her own self food. When she's like, why am I having trouble finding this? And instead of it, since I can't find it, well, let me put it together. And that is how if you can solve a problem for yourself, chances are you're solving it for somebody else. And that's the best way to invent something. Christelle said her son came to her and said, why are they killing Black people, Black men? We know that there is not an abundance at all of people who look like us in a positive light in these storybooks. I literature and classical music are one of my soft spots, and so when I hear that there are authors coming out the woodwork painting Black people in a positive light, I just like, oh, my heart. Thank you, Christelle. Thank you for acting on that. And how many of you listening right now have something brewing in your spirit, but you are fearful of moving forward? Well, you got to know, first of all, that if it's in your spirit, God is going to give the increase. Don't expect yourself to have all the pieces or the answers. Just take a step. Like Stephanie said, she just walked forward in it, and all of a sudden doors started opening. There are people waiting to do the stuff she did not have to do. All she had to do was be the person to pull it all together, coming up with the ideas, using her creativity that was inside of her. You know, her passion is food. I'm a foodie. So I feel you, girl. It's my passion too. Let me know when you cooking. Shoot. So and again, we're talking about basic stuff that we use, like Marcus said, everyday life. These are things that you're using every day, and you're paying somebody else. You're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's, you know, I forget what the exact statistic is of Black America, how much money we spend as consumers, but in the hair care industry, it's billions. It's billions of dollars. And so why not have black business owners should be a huge percentage of the owners in that industry, since it's our hair that businesses are making money off of. Right? We are just a special kind of people. And I don't mean that with an air of superiority. Every culture has its special identity pieces. That's what separates us. That's what distinguishes us under the words culture. And so we all need to celebrate one another's culture instead of allowing that to be what divides us. It should be what unites us. And so for those who are listening, it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are, what culture you are, you need to be at the Black Friday at the African marketplace this Friday and Saturday, not just to support these Black-owned businesses, but to feel the love and the sense of community and the heart and passion that has gone into all of these products, because there are more stories, just like Christelle's, just like Amber's, just like Stephanie's, when you walk through that marketplace. And that's what I believe, what you're feeling. Does anybody else want to jump in and chime in on that? I feel like I'm on a soapbox.
Well, I'm so glad you said that, because that's what I feel like I always try to get through to people. It's great when we're shopping Black and supporting Black, but it's not just for Black people to do that. We can circulate our dollar, but the way we really progress is when others come into that and support and put their dollars into our community. So I'm so glad you said that, because this is not just for Black people at all.
Right. And people know, you know it, but we're in such a touchy-feely time right now. But there are a lot of people that celebrate us anyway, you know, when they get the tans, or when they braid their hair, or when they wear certain clothes, or listen to certain music and they mimic certain people, and it's all good. It's okay. I'm not one of those people who are mad because you are honoring our culture in your own way. What upsets me is when you don't give us credit. Go on and give us the credit. You can run with it all day, but you go on and give us the credit, please. And so with that being said, ladies, when we see you on Friday or Saturday, whichever days that you'll be there, what can we expect? Talk specifically about certain products that we need to keep an eye on, and pricing, and what we can expect from that. Who'd like to start?
I'll start.
Stephanie. Okay.
Okay, so I will be at the event on both days, and I have upwards to, if I'm not mistaken, my daughter is doing inventory. I think I'll be there with like 15 different products. So I have everything. I've created a bundle, which is going to be the mob melody. That's my mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers, and I'm giving you 5 different mushrooms. It makes a killer gravy. My OG seasoning, which is the onion and garlic, and I'm giving you my Mean Gene green seasoning. So I'm adding that as a bundle in a 24-ounce pack. So it's going to be limited time. I'm dropping my products down to, normally everything goes for $12, but for the Black Friday events, I'm dropping it down from as low as $5. Going to be my bundles, which is going to be 3 for $30. But I'm covering everything. So if you want salt free, I have it. If you are looking for hot, I have some hot sauces that I've created. I don't have anything savory, but I can pretty much cover everything. If you want a barbecue, I have a barbecue rub. You name it, it's there. And the cool part is, again, I'm offering people the ability to be able to go back to my Instagram and see how these products are being used to give you an idea, because all seasoning isn't the same.
Mhm.
And that's kind of my selling point. Like, no, it's not just, a regular season. It's a You can get creative with it, because they don't have seasons with 5 different mushrooms on the market. Period.
Right. Yeah. Never
Yeah,
heard of that. With the exception of the what's that dry mushroom thing? Well, you even got to doctor that. If you buy the canned mushroom, the
the cream
mushroom
of
soup or something, cream of mushroom, you're using that plus three other things to get to where you need to be.
Yeah, no, not with so I'm excited. This is my first time I've actually dropped my first time I've actually dropped my prices. So the lowest is going to be my star grilled oyster sauce, and then I'm going to do a huge blowout on my now you're smoking sauce. So I'm really
Okay.
the prices to really get the consumers excited about stopping to my
Okay.
prices booth.
So what you're really saying is we need to be prepared to drop at least $30 to $50 at your station so that we can stock up per person. Y'all get your money ready. I'm just estimating in my mind. This is
Yes,
my mind. I'm asking for me and I'm asking for everybody else
yes,
because, like you said, this is Black Friday. You said you're slashing your prices for the first time.
yes. The first time. This is the first time dropping prices at all. So I'm really excited. That's why I bulked up the stock, my stock. I made sure I purchased a lot of stuff. I even have fish fry. So I really went in. Yes, California style is what I call it. Um, so I really went in and I made more than enough. So it's basically going to look like a blowout for me compared to what I'm usually used to selling at. So I'm excited.
Okay. And Miss Shirley said, are the spices available online? Yes, Miss Shirley. If you go
Yeah.
to the website meangenespices1.com. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Available online. Everything is available. We actually just dropped the prices online. So the online prices will reflect the prices that will be at the event. I don't jack my prices up at the events versus what it is online. It's always going to be the same. My sale will run from tomorrow until Sunday or until prices sell out.
And you said also we can go to your Instagram, Mean Gene Spices.
Yes, ma'am. You can go to my
And
Instagram,
that's
see how I'm using the different recipes.
And so that I just want to spell it out for our listeners who may not be watching. MEANJEAN spices, SPICES. So if you are on Instagram, type in Mean Gene Spices, all one word, and you'll get to the site that's also showing how she's using the spices. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
See them in action. Awesome. Now, Miss Amber,
Mm-hmm.
clearly clarity. What can we
Yeah,
expect?
I'm really excited. So I'm going to be there with my shampoos. I've been busy at work because, like I said, I hand make everything from the shampoo to the labels. I have my 2 signature scents, which is clary sage and eucalyptus and lavender and lemongrass. I also made some seasonal scents. So I will have cinnamon and orange and peppermint available. In addition, I have some homemade candles, also eucalyptus, because I'm a fan of eucalyptus, also eucalyptus and basil for one. I have a lemongrass candle and I have a lavender and chamomile candle. I
Mm.
have gemstone protective chakra bracelets with an evil eye, so it's all protective. And then I also have a bath salt that I make with different Himalayan or different mix of salt blends, and lavender and rose.
Mm.
So the total, each one is going to be, I mean, I have lowered the prices too, just like Stephanie, but I
Mhm.
have a bundle. So all of that is like $65 worth of product that you can get
Oh,
for $40
wait.
in a bundle.
So $65 worth of product, we can get each of what you're describing, like a shampoo, candle,
So the
the
shampoos are 20 here,
Mhm,
which is lower than I've usually offered them at, but
mhm,
it's Black Friday. That's part of what we're here for. I'm a fan of like
mhm,
getting and you things that we're going to be giving as gifts, keeping in mind, the
mhm,
spirit of what it is to get
mhm,
things as gifts. So they're
mhm,
$20 for the shampoo and everything else is $15. except for the bath salts, which are 10. But you could get the bundle, which will include one of each thing for 40.
Do you have any tiger eye?
I don't.
Okay, I'm putting in my order.
Oh, the tiger eye. You mean tiger eye, the stone?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the bracelets are a varying mix. Oh, I should have brought one out. It's a varying mix of different stones that are or arranged in the color of the chakras. And yes, a few of the
Tiger eye is
bracelets do have tiger eye gemstones in them.
All right, so that means my budget now for this weekend is around. I'm at like 150 now. Now we got to wait to hear from. It might actually, because I think she said the bundle was 65, right?
It's
okay.
You'll get killed.
My engineer told me I got just a few seconds, so I'm gonna stop talking so that we can get everybody in here. Miss Christelle,
Yes.
what can
Hi.
we expect from you?
Yeah, so my books are normally $12 for a paperback or 17 for the hardcover. I am offering a 15% discount if you're buying individual books, but if you are getting bundles, you're going to save up to 30%. I have put together gift wrap bundles that are signed, so if you get all 3 books, the paperback's going to be 40, or the paperback's going to be 26, or the hardcover is going to be 40. This is the hardcover bundle. And my new book, which is officially being released on Monday, came in early, so it's in the bundle. It's a 3-book bundle here. And then because of that being a new book, I have a single bundle here. I call it the superhero gift set. So it's a superhero book and a cape and mask set. And so if you're getting the paperback book, it's $15. And if you're getting the hardcover, it's $20. And I have a bunch of other things that you're going to see. And I am doing a doorbuster, $5 for select books. So it's as long as supplies last. Those are specific books that are hardcover that I'll be having out that folks can look through.
Okay, so I'm just bringing about $300, and I think I'll be good. So everybody, budget, bring at least $300 so that you can at least hit up Stephanie, Amber, and Christelle. You might need to bring 5 because there's going to be some other vendors out there. But just get ready to take advantage, do a lot of your holiday shopping out here at the African Marketplace. Marcus, before we go, can you give us the address?
2251 Florin Road, Friday, November 26th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, November 27th, from noon to 6 p.m. And unfortunately, I won't be there because my birthday is on Friday and I am celebrating in Anaheim with the family. So I will be there in spirit.
Yay.
Well,
Well, you enjoy your time in Anaheim. Ladies, thank you all so much for jumping on at the last minute. I know you got a lot to do in the planning. We appreciate you. I will see you Friday and or Saturday. And everyone, thank you for listening today. And remember, if you are doing what you were created to do, I will see you at the top.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, so
love it.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
I appreciate
And you
it.
guys have an awesome day. And for sure, I will see y'all. If you see this little hair walking through there, say,
Yeah,
Keisha, hey. All right, ladies. Y'all have a good day. Marcus, have fun, honey.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank y'all. Have a great day. Thank you, Agent
You're
Key.
welcome,
Appreciate
honey.
you. Take care.
Bye-bye.